Hey, good evening, everyone. This will be a video log for Monday, August 18th, 2025. It was a pretty solid day all around. So, woke up at 10 and then went and checked out the garden for a little while. Noticed that the zucchini plants needed trimmed, and I was like, I'll get that later. So, yeah, that was like the first thing I did, and then went and took a shower. That was one of the goals. Oh, yeah, all the goals. I stayed up late last night talking with my neighbors, and my neighbor handed me the Martian book to read. I'd seen the movie a while back, and so he was like, I recommend reading this. So I was going to do that, and I was drinking with them, eating some Panda Express. It was really nice. So I didn't like set any goals or do an evening video log for last night. It's a recovery, if you couldn't tell. And then, so yeah, the first goal was to set goals, and then I was like, I need to shower, I need to do laundry, I need to take out the trash, and I need to take out the apartment trash and the house trash. I need to sneeze. That's correct. And then make potato soup, do the dishes, do some laundry for Ava, and then prep food for work, trim that zucchini plant that I'd seen, and then brush my teeth. So yeah, and then I took the shower this morning after checking out the garden, and then started on the soup. No, first I took out the trash. So I took out all the trash from the apartment, and it was a lot. And then took down all the dishes, put those in the sink. Took out the trash from downstairs. There's like 2 trash cans. My mom has one by her chair in her living room area, and then there's one in the kitchen that we usually use. So I took those out, and then came inside and started making potato soup. I had homemade chicken stock that was like really diluted for some reason. I think I like messed up when I was cooking it, but yeah. So I like started making it. So my grandma at one point showed us how to make potato soup. Probably actually find it, honestly. It was long enough ago that I think I was doing all this. If I was gonna do this, I definitely should have opened it beforehand. Grandma. It might have been on one of the days where I didn't really write anything. There's a little time like that where I just wasn't writing down what I was doing. Taxes. Oh my god, taxes. Feel like I do remember that was on the video logs. Oh, it's photo shoots. I'm not like too attached to remembering when this was. It might have been a Sunday, honestly. Work on bean support. Take out trash on this counter. True value. Call friend, work on script, I'm not really seeing it. Oh well, whatever. So, yeah, my grandma showed me soup a while ago, like a long time ago. And, I just kind of was like, I'm going to try to make it from memory, you know? So we had potatoes, we had celery, carrots, onions. And I think the only thing we didn't have was heavy whipping cream. So put the chicken stock on to boil, and then while that was reducing, ran to Albertsons and picked up heavy whipping cream and bacon bits. Came home, prepped all the vegetables and stuff, and then took probably like an hour to make all together. So like fried up all the carrots, onions, and celery, and then a ton of butter. Dude, I was using so much butter, salt and pepper. Boiled the potatoes in the chicken broth. And then poured those back in there, added heavy whipping cream. It was like super soupy. And then added some more chicken, like bouillon or something, seasoned that up. Heavy scoop of garlic. It was really good for it. Garlic powder, onion powder. Yeah, some herbs de Provence. I felt like there was something else I added, but I think that was it. And then, green onions and bacon bits. Do some of those in there. And then the heavy whipping cream like made it potato soup colored. And then my grandma showed us this trick where she was like, if you ever want to thicken potato soup, add mashed potatoes. And so I just started adding like a little bit of mashed potatoes, mixing it in. It was still thick or thin. Adding some more thin, blah blah blah. It ended up being some really thick soup once it was like cooled off, and it like kind of looked like mashed potatoes. Once you heated it up, and like it would rehydrate itself really easily and become soupy again. It was so good, bro. It was so bussin'. And then So yeah, served some stuff to Anna and I. Let it cool off. We watched some Vampire Diaries. It was so nice. And then I cleaned up all the dishes, and then I trimmed up the zucchini plants before going off to work. And it was pretty boring today. I had a lot of regulars, and we were like really chatting. Caden came in. That was pretty cool. We were talking about the Picture of Dorian Gray for a while. And then he came in super early and at the end of the shift as well, which was really funny. But yeah, we were like talking about the Picture of Dorian Gray, and I was like, I'm about to finish it. Like I'll give it back to you. I swear. Like I'm like right there about to finish it. And had some more regulars come in after that. It was pretty cool. And then yeah, closed. I think I closed on time. Yeah, I actually closed a little early that day. And then headed home, and then watered the plants. That was the last thing I did. I watered the plants and brushed my teeth, and that was literally it. And I had more potato soup while at work. It was so good. And then yeah, watered the plants. Plants are looking great, dude. And then so I had a thought of I should add zucchini to the next batch of potato soup. But I was like, honestly, it was kind of like a big batch. I probably won't need to make any more. I looked at it before going to bed, and I was like, probably gonna need to make some of that tomorrow. Honestly, I was like, we kind of went through that. But one thing I noticed, and this will be my daily thought, is it is so interesting how as your cooking skill goes up, you're able to recreate recipes from memory. And so it's like my grandma showed us how to make potato soup. I wish I could find it, but it was obviously months ago. Like months and months and months and months ago. Months ago, dude. And I feel like it was somewhere around here. But I mean, yeah, months ago. Blows my mind how many months ago she showed me that recipe, and I was able to like not look up anything else and just be like, yeah, this is potato soup. Like, what? I have a bit of a runny nose. But anyways, from memory, dude, like actually making decent potato soup. And I'm pretty sure that there was a point where she had like blended potato, or she had mashed them, like boiled potatoes and then like took a masher and mashed them so they're like smaller chunks of potato. I didn't do that because I knew I was going to add mashed potatoes to it. It was amazing. It was like really good. Potato chunks were well sized, well cooked, good. Like it was really good potato soup from memory, which is blows my mind. And I was like, as my cooking skill has progressed, I've gotten better at cooking in general. Obvious, like cooking skills going up, but I can also like watch something on YouTube and I can know pretty quickly if I'd be able to make it or not. Soups are really simple. And so it's like we did make it together that one time, but I kind of like did it my own way. But once I'd seen the basic steps, I was just like, yeah, that's how you make potato soup. I know how to make it. Right? And it's like I've made steak so much. It's like making steak is really easy for me. And I know that it's really precarious. Like it's really easy to mess up. I can overcook it or undercook it just as easily as any other time I make food. But I've gotten good enough that I'm like, okay, I can kind of see the points where it's like where I need to be when cooking it. And it's so sick, dude. It's so sick to make potato soup from memory. I was low-key so proud of it because it actually turned out really good. So, yeah, that was pretty much the whole Monday. I hope you all had a wonderful Monday, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.